I might just add, on where childcare payments sit within universal credit and the challenges that families face, we know from DWP's figures that 1 in 3 childcare payments are late, and that childcare payments are the most likely parts of universal credit to be late. So it's also in looking at how families experience the system, this is one of the most challenging areas. And to echo the point, if the decision...
Why is that, do you think? Just because of this clunky sending and your receipt business?
I suspect so. Right. And as well as parents struggling to get the receipts, the invoices, that payments are also being rejected. So we spoke to a mum recently who was expecting her payment on a Wednesday because she needed to make that payment to a provider to keep the childcare placed, and she was told on the Monday that the same proof she'd been offering month after month had been refused, and therefore she was at risk of not getting that payment and not being able to pay the childcare provider.
So was that an issue with the work coach not understanding, whoever it was in job centre, not understanding what was a valid document?
So it's when it reaches a decision maker who reviews the decision and looks at it. So it's unclear whether that was the validity of the document or it was a judgment that she had not used the childcare, or she'd used more childcare than she needed. But again, this had been a consistent pattern of childcare usage, so it shouldn't have been a question. She had no change in circumstances.
The department will tell us the online system and doing through the journals, taking a photo of your receipt should make this work. So what is the problem?
So the problem is that the journals aren't working for every claimant on UC. So there are lots of, so there's a lack of information, there is a lack of alerts. So we're finding single parents aren't going to check their journal every day in case there's a message from their work coach asking them something. So the alert system doesn't work particularly well. Not all information is accessible and viewable. You need quite a lot of data. So you need kind of a quite big provision on your mobile phone to be able to access all the documents. And not everyone has Wi-Fi at home. Public libraries, as we know, are very difficult to book a computer, etc., etc. So the system of journals is, it's potentially great, if everyone has access online and kind of if the app works really well. But at the moment, it's not, it's still in teething problems. Whether those teething problems are permanent problems, we don't know yet. But at the moment, there are too many teething problems to allow the system to work well.
The teething, it's been in place 9 months, but it does sound like you're saying this is more about the individual than the department. Is it that the journals aren't being picked up, or that work coaches aren't responding and saying actually that won't do?
I think it's really varied. So in one case we had a work coach who also, many work coaches are on UC, so she also had to submit her receipts. And so she knew what to do, so she supported the parent to kind of make sure it was all okay. But then she was on leave, and the parent took the same documentation in and it wasn't approved.